Okay, come on in. Take a sip. Let's wind down with this fantastic Meinklang Burgenlandrot from Österreich, which is how you say Austria in German. So why don't we, first of all, why don't we have a little bit more of this? Gosh. So we have a grid here today constructed by Christina Iverson and Katie Hale, edited by Joel Fagliano. And there's a theme. It is called Hold Your Doze. So let's go ahead and hold our doze. Let's hop on into this grid and see what we got here. Let's see. What kind of Sunday do we have waiting on us? Okay. End of the line. 1991 crime drama starring Warren Beatty and Annette Bening. That was played Bugsy. That's it. Bugsy Siegel. So end of the line may be bait. Need to check that, of course. Luau greeting. Aloha. So far, looking good. Lead into marine or marathon. I think we talked about an ultra. I ran an ultra marathon. Oh God, 10 years ago. I'm telling you, that was awful. No worries. Maybe it's okay. So grunting ox by another name. All right. Break up the band. Say, well, go Ono isn't going to work. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw in that Yoko Ono joke, but she's appeared in several puzzles here of late. So I think if I can go solo here. Let's see. Pants informally. Trow. We're dropping Trow earlier this week with one of our puzzles too. Kosher. I guess this maybe just be allowed. Or all good. I don't know. Poetic preposition, probably or, like wide receiver Odell Beckham. If that missing house title ever does show up. Okay. Certain arm muscles and brief. These were probably tries. Usually hit those on shoulder days. Having a studious appearance could be owlish. I don't know what to make of this up here. If that missing house title ever does show up. Biblical verb. Okay, Agnus Dei is the motif in iconography, so doth? I don't know. The house to a blackjack player. Well, that's whoever you're playing against, isn't it? Olympic event with masks. I think this is Ipe. Giveaways in some common scams of the 2010s. So, iPads or something? That's an iPad. So, yeah, I guess the house is your opponent. Oh, there's Shotzi sending me a text. She's back in the lower 48, and she's apparently just waking up. So, the biblical verb, I guess, doth. Charades, but not chess. I'm going to go ahead and put iPads in here, but I don't remember anything about giveaways and some common scams of the 2010s. I don't know. Sign could be an omen. Church lady, target lady. Okay, SNL. And Still I Rise Rider. That's was Maya Angelou. Huge fan. Rest her soul. Treats that Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith picked as runner-up to Doritos for best snack in America. And I don't know who either of these individuals are. I don't eat Doritos. I'm assuming these are Oreos, I guess. I can't think of anything else with an O that's a snack food that would be ranked up that high. I know my kid sister has a thing for Oreos. I mean, a major thing for Oreos. So, trust in, maybe rely on. Cheeky. The only thing I could think of would be maybe insolent. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Fusses, oversight, perhaps it's a lapse. So fusses could be a do's. And perform very well in modern slang. And I think this is a pop-off. Underwater steerer is maybe a fin. Where a golf ball sits is a lie. I feel like we're getting all out of whack here. It's my fault. I'm the one that's doing this. Tuna type is ahi. All right. Salt and pepper hit with the refrain. Blank, blank, da boop. Shoop, shoop, da boop. Nice to see that in there. Kind of clever. Very clever. Oh, this is so good. I bought this yesterday in Regensburg. I got a case of it. Spent the night with my friends. And yeah, that's what I have left of it. I'm gonna drink that whole bottle tonight. You have a face for radio for one. Ouch. It's maybe a diss. I thought a diss was D-I-S. What is up with the two S's? Spice Girl, Hollywell. I don't know any. There's some sporty spice and spicy spice. I don't. Maybe Sri Lanka. They great music though. Goes in a hurry. Maybe highs. Question from someone with a lot of outstanding debt. Video game from Frogger. Okay, that's Sega. And teacher's instruction in a class on pointillism. And pointillism is kind of showing up in quite a few of our grids here, hasn't it been? And it's been a very interesting process, is it not, to see that all of a sudden kind of rearing itself. This looks like do as I say. Not accept a refusal, probably insist. Oh no, I insist. Cause to rise is probably leaven. No promises. I'll try. Oh, why not? Over which announcements about pep rallies might be heard? PAs, maybe? Okay. And do wrong. I mean, that could be sin, because I think this is do as I say, dot as I do, which would be, so do as I say, not as I do, but with the pointillism, and then something, we have the whole dozing thing. So it sounds like these might just be these kitschy little phrases that we use. And hold your doze. I'm going to get it all figured out here in a second. If that missing house title ever does show up, okay, so yeah, do you see it in here? I see it. I mean, so should the deed arise? That's clever. I like it. This is good. I mean, oh gosh, I was wondering. Because it's not the easiest Sunday. This isn't the easiest filler material, but it's good. Charades, but not chess. Looks like a team game coming from both sides. Oh, yeah. Get my mother and my wife yelling at me about something. I'm like, okay, it's in stereo here. I get it. Bill and a till could be a 10. Con, an inmate. What a horrible thing. French companions would be amis. And we got a drink for which Pliny the Elder recorded a recipe. I don't know. Didn't know that. That's kind of interesting. Hubris. Well, it could be a couple of things, right? Hubris, something. That's probably a plus. Certain wedding role. Oh, gosh. The usher. I've got to that point in my life where I was like, if you want me to come to the wedding, I'll come to the wedding. But I don't need to participate. I don't need to walk people to their seats. I'm fine just sitting there. Do you want me on the bride's side or the groom's side? You know, that's 1993 Beck single. I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you go crazy with the cheese whiz? Doing wrong could be an error. Caitlin Olsen's role on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't have a clue. But hubris is looking like it could be pride, and if it's pride, I just learned that Caitlin Olsen plays D. I better check this though. It's like-ish. Perfect. Fragrant additive to beauty products. Oh, I'm so glad we got the I'll try. We don't know if the I'll try is in there, but this makes me rose oil versus rose hip, which I might have used. That could have hemmed me up. Change for 32, maybe ones then? Caption for an absent student, say. Well, I might have helped as a yearbook editor once or twice. Not pictured. Weaknesses, vices. Oh. Official okays, say-sos. Can you get to spell it right? How many other times have I fat-fingered something here and I just don't know it yet? Morgan Stanley subsidiary, E-Trade, and DHL competitor. I'm assuming this is UPS. Knitting stitch is a pearl, but I can't remember if it's a U or an E. Champagne specification. Okay, brute. Info in and about us section, maybe bios. Like a redhead's temperament, it's sad, fiery. Small painful bump, sounds like a sty. No need to find a professional illustrator. Okay, let's get back over here. Let's try to seal this up in a nice even pattern. Question from someone with a lot of outstanding debt. Okay, yeah. What I like about this is that, I mean, it's not just spelling new with a D to make it do as in morning mist on blades of glass. It's like literally saying what else is due versus what else is new, but it still works, right? Should the deed arise? I mean, and I'm liking it. This was not an easy grid to come up with. I'm very impressed. Very impressed, ladies. Then again, on the other hand, I've got Randy Travis stuck in my head. Biblical king of Judea. I think we're talking about Herod. And give a sharp hit. Whopping something here. One of many in the Colosseum. Widely admired person, could be a hero. And I think this is probably an arch, right? There's a lot of arches in the Colosseum. Pray for polar bears. Grass pot. Okay, that's good. Prey of polar bear. So I think it Arctic seals. Would have never gotten that if I didn't have the art already. And I'm going to see if it's right. How one might punnily define saran or sorry. It's a wrap. Makeup of a tiny twisting letter. Oh, wow. Okay, that's good. If I didn't have the D and the A there already, I would have been trying to figure out what's 3 letters that could make up like Jacob's ladder or something. Yeah, it would have just caught me. Keep going. Onward. Oh, I had a professor in graduate school that was always said that. Onward. Bye-bye, Birdie, actress Anne Margaret. Love that song. Love that show. Nincompoop more vulgarly. Wow. Okay, maybe this is an ass hat. And I haven't not called people this in the past. I'm just so surprised to see that in the grid. I like it. It's clever. It's funny. Matcha is tea, and oh boy, do matcha drinkers like to brag about it. I mean, they do. They just do. So to your matcha, I say let's wind down. So follows a recipe direction. Seems to be dices, I think. What have we got here then? Golf ball indentation. I think this is a dimple. I used to play golf. I just don't do it anymore. Stevedore's complaint. Well, first of all, let's break down stevedore. That's someone that's a dock worker, right? They unload cargo. So I don't know. Home to Firenze. And this is probably going to be Italia. South Blank River through Denver. I think this is South Platte. Name that means night in Arabic and purple in German, and that would be lila. What eat stands for in the mnemonic, never eat soggy waffles. First of all, I think it's east, but who needs a mnemonic to remember north, east, southwest? I mean, I don't know. They might cover your back. Maybe tattoos. Why not? Tour guide's remark at the challah factory. We did Pesach Seder a long time ago where I actually did all the cooking and I made challah and didn't have a bone to roast, bone shank to roast, so we used a boiled egg. But yeah, the challah, getting the weave right, the egg wash, it was work. Lack of energy. Chocolate mint brand. I'm thinking Andes. Like cutting the line. Rude. Hey, Copernicus, why don't you navigate to the back of the line in your shirt and your shoes? Actress McDonald. And this is Audra or Audrey. About 40% of a hectare is an acre. I think this is Audra. Makes sense. Maybe adds up. I don't know how adds to would work there. No need to find a professional illustrator. It's just clever. So instead of use your noodle, use your doodle. Okay, maybe. We're going to have to check these. These are really kind of wild. Frosting alternative? I think this is fondant. Oh, man. I mean, talk about arcane. I mean, you have to really know your French cuisine or really be into baking wedding cakes or something. Fondant. I can't think of anything else that would go there. Jim Rat's focus could be the bod. And one of the Starks on Game of Thrones, I think this is Robb Stark. So everything's fitting together here. Utensil, drawer, compartment, maybe spoons. Interesting. My turn. I'm up. And what do we... So Stevedore's complaint, it's a hard dock life. All right, that's good. I mean, I'm loving this. This is great. What a wonderful grid. A wonderful grid. Country that becomes a language if you remove its last letter. Yeah, okay, Laos. And they speak Lao there. Paper pack is a ream. Context is key. That's good advice. Kind of like that advice. Buy low, sell high. Thanks. Change form. Maybe we're morphing here. Lack of energy. Well, shoot. It's either anemia or anemic. No, I guess it would be anemia looking at the tense. I can't think of why it would be anemic. Post-op, locale, ICU. Sent, express. Really rushed. Masters of underwater camouflage. And these are, okay, so I guess masters, so occupy versus octopus. Check the license of informally ID'd. It's one of those I'm ID'd. But Senate staffer's probably an aide. Octopi. What do I say? Occupy. What is wrong with me? I just said it out loud, octopi, and then I come up with occupy. Because I was like, that looks like that's tour guide's remark at the challah factory. It looked like this was a that's. So, a waking dream per Aristotle, and I think that's hope. Out the URL starter. Okay, that's lazy. I guess maybe this is out the wazoo. I don't think I've ever seen that spelled out. Young children in the house. Question of ownership. Whose? Gratified, groan, maybe an cry of delight. Whoop. Okay. Supporter of the arts, probably a pedestal. All right, what we got here? Hard to say. Stored for the night as a bus. I think this is shedded. Parlez-vous française? And NASA shorthand for a spacewalk, and that is extravehicular activity, I think. Some godmothers, maybe aunts. Farm home. Well, we got another version of Stein here then, I guess, huh? Sacred, probably holy. Oh, I don't know. A little annoyance. Just a gnat, I guess. And that's a dough. That's a no-brainer. That's a dough-braider. Clever. Clever. Hatches. Doors. Good thing we had those on the crosses, because I would have been trying to figure out what's 5 letters for giving birth or something, right? You know, so incubating or something like that. Fictional dog with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I think this is looking like it's Snoopy. I didn't know he had a star. That's cool. Lazy river conveyances are probably tubes. And I better turn my speaker on, because I totally forgot that. I needed to do a pre-flight checklist before any of this. Meeting for 2. Be a tryst, right? More of a fun one. Spreadsheet button. Promises to pay. So IOUs. I guess this would be sort. What I hate about that, though, is like, expand the selection. No, I'd like you to not expand the selection. I just want all of this data to get so jumbled up and screwed up, and that's how I prefer to work with it, so thanks. Member of an isolated colony was about a leper, and national dish of the Philippines is adobo. And here we have the Alt Weekly. And so, how did we do, Bob? Hey. Wow. So, yeah, that's not a bad time, right? You know, we do a little bit of jaw jacking here, but that's fun. It was a good Sunday. I mean, that was very clever. So, yeah, thank you for coming in and winding down with us. You know, take a sip. Let's do this, right? And again, thank you, all of you, so much for liking and subscribing. I mean, it's so nice to see this community slowly develop. I'm loving the comments. One fella said something yesterday, or I guess while I was sleeping, that bro finished the mini in 10 seconds and has a 2000 IQ, and I don't know if I was being trolled there or not, but it was funny. I did get a laugh out of that. Appreciate that too. But on the whole, I just really enjoy interacting with all of you, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. So thank you so much for being part of the community. And in the meantime, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Wochenende noch. Ciao.